Well, good evening, everybody. We have our first severe thunderstorm warning of the evening. It's going to be up in the Keweenaw Peninsula. It's going to be off in no man's land, essentially. So this is a considerable severe thunderstorm warning. Ping pong ball sized hail and 70-mile-per-hour winds. If we zoom out here, we're not in the UP. We're not in lower Michigan. We are up here in the Keweenaw Peninsula. Population up there is quite low, but people may be camping up there.
That's not even the peninsula, Ryan. It's the island.
It's the island. Okay. So Isle Royale is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Either way, people could be camping up there, but the population is quite minimal. So we'll be tracking this as long as it's posing a threat to Michigan homeland. That's what we do here. So with that being said, strap in. We're going to get ready for evening, potentially full of severe weather upcoming. This is just the start of it. Zooming out here, we do have a couple other storms that have begun to fire up close to the UP, one just to the east of Duluth. These aren't severe just yet, but the ones to the south have formed a bow echo as expected near Minneapolis, and that's going to race eastward across Wisconsin, and that would be on track for northern lower over the next probably 6 hours or so. So we got a good ways to go with that one. But regardless, this is Michigan up here, the Isle Royale. So we'll be tracking this as long as it's severe for this island. So again, considerable severe ping pong ball size hail, 70-mile-per-hour winds, likely with this storm. Looking at the Canadian radar, it doesn't look too impressive, although some heightened velocity there showing up over the lake just to the east of Grand Portage. So again, this is in Canada moving into Michigan's territory here. So it's about to cross over. So some of the names are probably not going to be recognizable by you guys. So once this warning drops, we will likely also pop out of here just because we still have quite a few hours left to go after this storm crosses the island here. We really don't have anything else posing a threat immediately, so we're not going to stay live for hours and hours. We'll just go ahead and pop a new stream and get ready to go live later on this evening. But a little bit earlier than expected, did not see this coming. So we'll be here tracking it.
Yeah, if you know anyone camping up there, it's a huge camping spot, especially late season like this, and all the wildlife up there as well. I mean, obviously not covering wildlife, but there's a lot of wildlife up there on the island. So
yep,
campers and wildlife, watch out if you're on Isle Royale. There's no cities, just the harbor there where they dock, and yeah, just a lot of wilderness. Looking at velocity from the Marquette radar, which again is 14,000 feet above ground level. So about 3 miles up in the air. Heightened velocities, but again, who knows if that's mixing the ground. Of course, we do have the radar there, the Canadian radar on Ryan. So my radar is useless because I only have the US radars, but Ryan's radar shows a little bit of a southern side of the storm, sort of damaging wind pocket there. So if you're living on, or if you know anyone that's camping on the south side of the island there, I'll let them know damaging winds heading their way. But it will be tough to get reception out there because that is an island and is very unpopulated. So
indeed, I'm gonna pop out of behind the scenes, gonna pop out and make the new stream to get that ready and up and going.
Okay. Population on this severe thunderstorm warning is 0 officially. It's literally whoever's camping up there. They don't have a registered population on the island, but it is a rather large island. But this storm will pretty much not impact any of the mainland, so it's good news. Perhaps it might sneak close to Keweenaw County, which is the peninsula itself down there, if it continues more of a southerly track, and if it can survive somewhat colder lake water temperatures right now. It's still rather warm on Lake Superior, so this storm's not going to do much to it, or the water's not going to do much to the storm, I should say. So if it does stay together, it could track towards northern Keweenaw County there near Copper Harbor. But other than that, 82 other counties not going to be affected by this severe thunderstorm warning this evening. We will continue to watch the Boeing segments over in Minnesota, Wisconsin as they develop later tonight, as Ryan mentioned. Right now, over there in western Wisconsin, right now near Minneapolis and St. Paul. Yes, Isle Royale is part of Michigan. For those who are new here and not quite know, that is basically our 83rd and a half county. You can all split the two. If you look at my radar, this is what it looks like from the Marquette radar. Beam height 14,000, 15,000 feet. It's really hard to see. I mean, you can see the storm. It's indicative of a very tall storm, but those velocity signatures are not indicative of what's happening on the ground.
All right, stream is set up.
Okay. I'm using GR2 Analyst, Gibson Ridge, and Ryan is using Radar Omega. This is a considerable severe thunderstorm warning for potentially 70-mile-per-hour winds impacting campers and wildlife on Isle Royale.
Perfect.
Switch it back to yours. Is that also
a
severe thunderstorm warning up there in Thunder Bay? I know it's not part of Michigan, but
yeah, it's Canadian. Nickel size hail, rainfall of 50 millimeters.
Gotcha.
In the metric terminology that Canadians use.
Yep.
So perhaps some heightened velocity showing up over here. Just again, east of Grand Portage, it may clip the southern portion of the island here. This is, if he's doing way out, we're looking not even at the UP, we're looking up there, way up here by Thunder Bay in Canada. So this is nowhere near you guys down here in lower Michigan, and for the 82 counties that are not affected by this. The only way it's going to track could be up here toward Houghton, but as of right now, I think it's going to stay mostly over water.
It is trying to sag a little bit further south, so the heaviest of that wind that we're seeing on radar here may miss most of the island. It might hit the south side. There's a new special marine warning out there now too, and that is for 34 knots and large hail. I'm not seeing anything in terms of a water spout though, so that's good.
Yes.
Yes, again, this is Isle Royale in Lake Superior. It is part of Keweenaw County. And I guess by definition, it never used to be part of Keweenaw County, but they just added it for census reasons and stuff like that. So it is part of Michigan. We are tracking it. The only population that is on the island are campers. So if for whatever reason, guys that are family members, friends that might be camping on Isle Royale, there's a little harbor there that everyone boats into, and then they just spread out from there on the south side of the island. So again, let them know, but there's not really much in terms of cell service up there. So
it kind of has a little bit like a supercellular look to it. We had that little inflow notch here and the flying eagle look in the back end hail core. It looks pretty supercellular.
Oh yeah.
So again, considerable severe warning in effect here. So the storm is capable of producing ping pong ball size hail, as well as winds upwards of 70 miles per hour. I'll flip something on here real quick. I want to utilize a few things here. So looking at where the hail core may be, I think it's going to be right there on that southern end where you see these whiter colors here. That's going to be where the largest of hail is currently expected to fall. And that, again, is over the water currently. So we'll keep an eye on that and see if it heads toward the island itself. We'll keep an eye on that. Hopefully misses it to the south, which I believe it's going to.
They did just trim the warning.
Yep. So northern end of the county, or not? Is it a county up there? Or is it just an island?
Yep, it's part of Keweenaw County. It's split in two.
Okay. So Keweenaw County, southern portion of the island is still within that warning. It is still considerable for ping pong ball size hail, as well as 70-mile-per-hour winds.
Kind of out there in its own world right now.
Absolutely. It's also moving pretty slow too.
Yeah.
These scans are 6 minutes apart, so it's moving probably close to 20 to 30 miles per hour. So pretty slow moving. It's going to take a while to get here, and also going to take a while to approach Houghton if it continues.
Yeah. And for those who are wondering about storms for the rest of the night, we just released a timing map shortly before we went live here on Facebook and on, well, we don't post them on YouTube, but on Facebook, we just got the timing map out for the earliest potential start time for tonight. You go ahead and give that a like. If you're just joining us, obviously, as well, give us a like here on stream. Helps spread the word to those maybe impacted, although it may not be that many people, at least for this live stream. It's currently affecting Isle Royale in the middle of Lake Superior.
Again, we'll be live later on this evening if anything happens to become severe. Mentioned a few times for those of you just joining in, if we kind of zoom out here and come back to the south toward Minneapolis, we do have a bow echo that is developed across Minnesota, is now entering Wisconsin. Likely going to have a severe watch issued for central Wisconsin here momentarily out ahead of this line. If that continues to push eastward, that'll put it on track for northern lower Michigan and perhaps southern UP as well. And my radar is frozen. There we go. Now we're back. So that'll be tracking eastward. My radar is glitching hard. There we go. Probably take about 6 or so hours to cross Wisconsin and Lake Michigan and also impact us here in Michigan. So expect this to, it's still hours out. So no immediate concern with this bow echo. But we do have some development south and east of Duluth. In fact, it's look kind of interesting, but pretty elevated, I'm going to assume. Yeah, elevated in nature. So those will be pushing in toward the western UP perhaps in the next 2 hours or so. So keep an eye on that as well. We are live for every single severe warning in the state, even if it is for zero population counties and areas here in Michigan. I see you identify as a child of God with a $10 super chat. First month was a gift, so I joined. You guys help me make sure I avoid track activity. Thank you, both Train Weather reporters. Thank you guys for your support.
Thank you, guys.
Appreciate it. Good evening, Laura from Genesee County.
I have a comment in chat saying Isle Royale and Grand Island, the two big islands in Lake Superior.
Yeah, it's a pretty slow moving storm here. Take a while to get to the UP. Yeah. But it is sagging really very far south at this point. It may, I don't know, it's almost dropping due south now.
Yeah.
check out our velocity with this one more time. Again, the height and velocity still on the south end of that. Check out our CC here. Whoopsies. Yeah, there is a. Nope, that's clear air. Never mind.
It's over water anyway, so it's not going to be picking up any debris.
Yeah, it's true. I'm more so looking for hail, but
oh yeah,
it's not. It's displaced out.
Again, timing map for overnight storms tonight is going to be found on our Facebook page. For those who are wondering. And right now we are tracking a severe thunderstorm warning considerable for Isle Royale. So it's not even impacting any part of the mainland. But it is Keweenaw County. It is part of Upper Peninsula in quotes. So we are here tracking it as promised. A new member here on YouTube joining the team, Tim. Thank you for becoming a member. Appreciate your support. Again, right now on radar is your base reflectivity. That is your rainfall. You see the blues. That is your lighter rain. Yellows, oranges, and reds is moderate to heavy. And then even in there in the pinks and even a little bit of a white dot there is potentially some extreme downpours to even some maybe small hail. Yeah, this is moving almost due south now. It's kind of taking a right turn. I have it looping on my screen just to show you guys. I will throw my radar back up there. Oh, okay.
I had you.
Again, it's the Marquette radar, so it's really far away. Again, beam height here, 14,000 feet above the ground. So it's about 3 miles below the storm. We're not seeing anything on radar because it's just the beam height. So like it paints a picture either way of storm movement. Again, off to the southeast here at a relatively slow clip. It's about 15 miles per hour right now. This is going to impact extreme southern portions of the island. Again, the comment about Grand Island, that's over by Munising, and that is not going to be impacted by the severe thunderstorm unless it continues. Yes, this is in Michigan. we will keep reiterating this is in Michigan.
Yep. Definitely looks a bit more meaner on the Canadian radar because Marquette's beam is 13,000 feet in the atmosphere. The beam here out of the Thunder Bay radar is probably closer to, I'm going to say 2,000 feet. I'm not exactly sure the exact height on it.
A lot closer.
So, yeah, it's a lot closer to the ground. So this is more accurate up here. I see Deborah becoming a new member. Thank you, Deborah. Welcome to the team.
You can get automated alerts by following us on X and Facebook. They are, unless you're asking how, it's a program. But yes, if you do follow us on X, we do post every severe thunderstorm warning automatically as they're posted. So sometimes even quicker than the National Weather Service. Well,
technically not because they're the ones who issue it, but
right.
It hits our feed first.
Yeah, if you compare it to their X accounts, they have the graphic that comes up that's like 2 minutes behind the actual warning.
Right. So. See Laura becoming a channel member. Thank you, Laura, for your support. Welcome to the team.
Anyone reporting from Isle Royale, not likely. Poor cell service and a population of 0 will do that. Again, it's a huge camping spot though, so tracking it nonetheless.
Special marine warning got issued there. It's a pretty big one. Winds up to 40 knots and large hail.
They're also pointing out that extreme lightning occurring as well with that storm. I saw that in the text, added text there. And that's likely given all the cape we have out there, which is your instability. Again, when we have these huge heat days with a lot of moisture out there, it gets you all that cape. That's all this energy that's just not being used, or if it is being used, it's being used in one storm like we're seeing right now. And so all that energy is being funneled nearby into that storm. And so we're getting a lot of lightning. So definitely a hazard for campers out there.
See Lisa gifting 5 memberships. Thank you, Lisa, for your support. And welcome to the team, those of you who got gifted.
Thank you, Lisa. Again, those gifted memberships are here for those who are freely subscribed on YouTube. Still maintaining its supercellular shape there. But again, still moving very, very slowly, 15 miles per hour. Has the warning been downgraded yet, Ryan?
Has not.
Okay, so it's still considerable.
Yep. Ping pong ball size hail and 70-mile-per-hour winds.
Got it. Right. We did mention that there is a harbor there that everyone boats into, and there's a couple buildings there, but they don't register themselves as actually living there. So that's why it says population 0 on the warning. It's happening a lot sooner than expected. Yes, but also no, because the mainland is not being impacted right now. So UP is going to be first to get it, but the actual peninsula itself. Again, we are not expecting that. If you checked our timing map out on our pages, Facebook and X, not until midnight or later. I put 1 a.m., but safely after midnight.
Yes, we can see your messages, Bianca. We're not always going to reply to everybody here. We have currently 500, but sometimes we have 5,000, 10,000 people watching. So comment sections are usually heavily monitored by our moderators, and we'll glance at it, especially on slower times like this. We have one storm instead of multiple. So we'll kind of glance at chat, but overall, yes, we can see chat.
Yep. Back in school. First day back, and we got severe. It's like it waited for me to go back to school.
Oh, it did. It did. Yep. It wasn't a coincidence.
You know what's funny, Ryan, is I was about to go get food.
I was half asleep.
So for those who haven't really tuned in here before, usually one of us goes and gets food and severe happens. It didn't happen tonight, but it almost did. Just weird coincidences.
Yep. For those of you who are watching, we do have severe weather forecast for tonight as well as tomorrow and perhaps Wednesday as well. As a added little tidbit here while we're kind of waiting for the storm to see what it does, we do have a new group that we have designed specifically for storm reports. It's called Michigan Weather Reports. Feel free to go give that a follow or a join, should I say. It is a group, not a page. You are welcome to post your storm-related reports, so rainfall, tree damage, storm pictures, anything storm-related that may be interesting, especially damage would be helpful to us. So feel free to go ahead and join that. And as we go through these days tomorrow and also potentially on Wednesday, feel free to drop anything you may have in this group, and we may share it on air. We're going to be actively looking at this, and if anything interesting does pop up, we'll bring it in and publicly display it. And that's another thing with that group. It is a public group. It's not private, so anything you do post can be shared out of that group. So keep in mind. Yeah, Joel, DoorDash it.
Maybe. I mean, we should have a break in the action after the severe warning goes away. So
yeah, it's
unless those, I don't know, I'll pull your radar back, check the storms back off to the south, nearing northern Wisconsin. There's a couple rogue ones out there. Yeah, south of Ashland.
Splitting. Maybe a downburst going on there just east of Gordon.
Mm-hmm.
But it's moving pretty slow. It's got a long way to go if it's going to make it to the western half of the UP. So see what happens with that. This warning is still considerable. It expires in 18 minutes, and it has not even arrived at the island yet. So go figure. I wonder if they're going to extend it here because the way it's moving, this is going to be just entering the island as it's expiring. So we'll see what they do.
So now another warning will happen. Thankfully, there's a lot of water in between Isle Royale and the rest of Keweenaw County. So I think we can safely say that we could get a break. But you can hold it against me if we don't.
Turtle, becoming a member here on YouTube. Appreciate your support, Turtle. Welcome to the team.
Thank you, Turtle. Name of that group was Michigan Weather Reports.
Yes.
We also have a general community out there called Michigan Storm Community. So we have two groups. One's for storm reports, one's for general weather chat and all that. As my laptop now sounds like a NASA space computer going off. That's great. Hopefully you guys can't hear that, but if you have any outdoor activities tomorrow, definitely prepare for the chance to see a shower or a thunderstorm. Just have it in the back of your mind just in case. Apparently everyone can hear my computer. Well,
I can't, for what it's worth. Please don't spam chat, guys. You have moderators who are quick to get you. So
yeah, it does have a little bit of a hook to it. It kind
Yeah,
of
it
looks like
does.
a mini supercell.
Not seeing much in the way of any rotation with it, though.
This is quite the unusual thunderstorm because usually we'd be sitting here rattling off like city names, street names, but we're just sitting here watching it roll onto the island with no population and no cities.
Yep. It's not even on the island yet. Maybe just some rain there starting to happen, but the bulk of it's still off water. I'm not getting any sleep tonight at this rate. Like, there's just no way. I'm at the pool. Yeah, no.
Yep, UP will get thunderstorms tonight. Coverage may be a little spotty, but we do have the timing map up on our page on Facebook and on X, whichever platform you want to follow us on.
Yeah, it's got a nice little indentation there, inflow notch, perhaps.
Yeah. That's going to be a semi-stable inflow, given the fact that the lake waters are still cooler than the air temps. So you need warmer, I guess you could say a little bit warmer inflow than that.
I'm not sure, Adam. I'm not sure. I know the cell coverage up there isn't very good, so I can't imagine that they would have much in the way of any alert system up there.
If anything, it might be like a cell tower from Canada, so it's unlikely they will get much.
Right.
But if you do have like the emergency app, then yeah, probably. You may be asking yourself, what app again? It's called Emergency, and it's by the Red Cross. It's free to download. Not sponsored, but it's an app that'll give you any warnings customizable to a certain radius. Highly recommend. We do not cover special marine warnings because they are not impacting people necessarily. They are impacting boaters, but we are going to always be tracking the land first and foremost. Sometimes we do mention them if it's nearby to a severe thunderstorm warning, but severe thunderstorm warnings and tornado warnings are always top priority.
Yes, Ashley, I did.
And I have not.
DoorDash.
Oh. I don't know. Do you think we're going to get a briefing tomorrow, Ryan?
I think we have to at least try for one.
Yeah, if there's nothing going on, we'll try. But again, I have class tomorrow morning, so I won't be here available tomorrow morning at all. I'll be available after like noon. I will want to get lunch, so. Again, with me being back at CMU for the school year, my hours will be more limited here. What we do here, MSC, is strictly volunteer, and so with me being, at school, it'll be a little bit tougher. But wow, that is quite the velocity signature there, Ryan. Saw that.
Yeah. I don't think it's mixed into the ground, though. 60 to 70. There's been reports of damage all throughout Minneapolis, but if you kind of roll it back here, it just gets brighter and brighter the further it gets away. So I think it's more so elevated velocity with this one. But nonetheless, severe warnings in effect there for Wisconsin. That will be our focus here as this line pushes eastward, potentially impacting northern lower in about 5 or 6 hours.
Oh, the app is called Emergency. Just how it's spelled, just how it sounds. Down on the App Store. Free. Amongst other free things. Following us here on Michigan Storm Chasers. YouTube, Facebook. And if you're a diehard, Instagram, TikTok. All free.
It's kind of weird how your radar looks comparison to mine.
Yeah. If you want to go back up there to the Canadian radar, and then once you're there, I'll flip it over.
Yeah, I'm there.
Just to show you guys. It looks less intense from the Marquette radar, but that's because you're 3 miles above the majority of the storm.
The heaviest of rain is just starting to push onto the island as we speak. The hail core is going to make a pretty close call, I believe, to the southern edge of the island. Do we have any roads? Feldman Lake. Yeah, there's really nothing here. Lake Desert.
Yeah. There's lakes inside the island.
I'm not familiar with it, but regardless, this warning continues as considerable ping pong ball size hail and 70 mile per hour winds are going to be your hazards. Got to catch up on behind the scenes stuff.
Yeah.
I've been a Do Not Disturb for since the briefing, so I'm not caught up at all.
Did I miss a membership? Did we get Misty?
I don't believe we did.
Misty, thank you for becoming a channel member. Appreciate you. It was in between the gifted and the turtle joining, so appreciate you. Can we zoom out so we can see the map? Ryan, you want to do that? Again, that is the middle of Lake Superior. Well, west side of Lake Superior, but Isle Royale, its own island, 0 population. But there is some lodging and some camping that goes on up there, and a whole lot of wildlife.
Joel, have you seen the HRRR00Z?
I have not.
Don't.
Telling me don't just tells me that I'm going to have to.
Don't.
Okay, well, I'm doing it anyway.
This is probably one of the worst forecast periods that we've had this year.
Okay. My honest reaction is okay.
Severe thunderstorm watch has been issued for portions of Marquette's viewing area.
Is that true?
I just got the notification on the IAM. Nothing on our.
As I say, hasn't popped up yet.
Yeah, it must be perhaps marine areas.
Oh yeah, could be.
Let me go ahead and load this in here real quick. Yeah, Lake Michigan. So okay, no watch just yet, but it's close. I'm assuming it's most of Wisconsin. All right, the severe warning has been expired for the island, and the storm has not even arrived yet. Go figure.
Oh, well, we have them. You can shout out cats.
Why not? We've got Cats Roofing and Siding as a sponsor of the stream, based out of Lansing, Battle Creek areas. Roofing, siding, gutter, window needs, give them a call, 517-485-9886.
During business hours, of course.
Yes, and thank you to Cats for sponsoring the video.
Yep.
I don't know. They expired it, so I don't think they're going to reissue it.
No, and it looks a little bit weaker. I mean, in terms of how strong it is in terms of base reflectivity, it looks like it's losing a little bit of its strength there. Could be still a little bit of a minor downburst, but
it's time to sleep.
Yeah.
What do you want to do?
Send us an email. if you want to become a sponsor. It can be found on our link tree, which is under any of our profiles. I did not eat. No, not yet.
Well, I'm probably gonna pop out of here, Joel. I'm not sure about you, but I'm gonna try and get some sleep for 2 hours or so.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna let Joel close up shop here. I'll let him decide what he wants to do. I'll see you
Okay.
guys later tonight.
Bye, Ryan.
Bye.
All right, so just me, and I have the crappy radar, unfortunately. So it's not exactly what's happening here, but it does look like, given that we're losing its tops on the storms, so this is looking up mid-level to upper level of the storms. You can see how the brighter valleys are going down. And so this storm looks like it's raining itself out. And so I believe it is a good time to head off, get ourselves some food, and regroup for perhaps later tonight for the UP. Here's your severe thunderstorm watch. It just came in for those who are wondering. Anywhere in the pink. So it does include portions of Lake Superior there. Butts up to the UP, but does not include the UP for this Boeing segment over here in western Wisconsin. So again, this will be coming towards UP around and after midnight tonight. Again, that timing map can be found on our Twitter page at MI Storm Chasers, or on Facebook if you just type in Michigan Storm Chasers if you don't follow us there. And as always, if you haven't subscribed to us on YouTube yet, you can do that by searching Michigan Storm Chasers on YouTube. Pretty straightforward, or at MI Storm Chasers as well. We are almost to 21,000 subscribers here on YouTube. It's free to do. And every once in a while, members do gift memberships, and those are active for 30 days. So, yeah, I'm going to pop off for a little bit here. There's only one tiny little storm in the UP, just north of Republic right now. Not intense whatsoever, just kind of a weak shower / storm. Just to recap for those who may just be tuning in, we had a considerable severe thunderstorm warning here for Isle Royale, population 0, but there's a lot of camping and lodging up there. So we went live just in case. No other storms anywhere in the Lower Peninsula, or for the most part in the Upper Peninsula right now. So we have a little bit of a break. We're going to sign off for now, and we're going to be back later as needed for more live coverage. Again, if you haven't joined us or haven't joined us at all ever before, we do this all the time. All severe thunderstorm warnings, all tornado warnings. So that being said, I'm Joel Fritzma for Michigan Storm Chasers. We will see you guys later. Make sure you hit the like button on the way out and follow us on all those platforms I mentioned. And of course, shout out to Cats for sponsoring the video. So stay safe, everyone out there tonight, and we will see you guys later.